Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today is a speed build. This is more kind of like my apartment videos, which I haven't actually done in a while, which I need to get back into because I love doing apartments and I haven't really done them in quite a bit. So this is more so reminiscent of that, except this time we're creating a basement in my not so berry house for my sim Lotus. So if you guys have not kept up to date with my not so berry challenge, then this probably doesn't make any sense to you as to why am I making a basement. So basically, if you guys don't already know, we have moved on to Generation Pink, aka the 7th generation of the Not So Berry Challenge, which I'm patting myself on the back because not many people get here, and I'm really proud of myself, so here we are. Anyways, so I came up with the idea of wanting to make a basement for Lotus, primarily because I recently built this house, the one that we are currently in, not too long ago, and I wanted to play in it more. So yes, this is essentially an extension to the house. Well, a lower extension because we're going downstairs, but you know, that's beside the point. Anyways, I didn't want to move Lotus out yet. And I kind of wanted him to remain in this house so we could still look at it, you know, enjoy it. And we haven't really lived with my past Sims before either. Like usually towards the beginning of the challenge, what I would do is I used to take the parents who were about to die, like if you guys remember, specifically Gen 2, I brought in Sydney to live with Prim so that, you know, we could witness her death and stuff, which is kind of morbid, and then we brought her back to life. And anyways, so I thought that why not just try something different, live with the family, and have my sim live downstairs. Now, I don't know how long he's gonna necessarily be living here. It could be for a while. I don't want him to live here forever. If he does, it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna be totally heartbroken about the fact that he's gonna be living in his parents' basement forever. But, you know, I mean, I made this this basement a little bit more bougie than I expected it to be. I kind of didn't have anything specifically in mind when I was going for style, but I think just the amount of pink items that I saw just kind of went into this more modern-esque feel, which is why later on the kitchen set I ended up changing to one of the sets that we got with Cool Kitchen stuff, which I mean is the only kitchen set we got with Cool Kitchen stuff, so I don't know why I said it like we got more, but you know, which we should have, but I've already talked about that before in the past because kitchens, gotta get more stuff for that. Anyways, so yeah, I was trying to go for a little bit more modern-y feel here. I don't know, it's kind of a bit of a mix of styles in here because there's quite a bit of Get Famous items in here, which now that I look at it, Get Famous had quite a mixture of styles within it, which really is kind of nice because you can literally mix and match styles and it still kind of works. So it has like a lot of modern stuff in there, and then it has like more rich, luxurious house looking items, which is kind of the route that this ended up going in. Now I'm trying to think, that couch that's in the living room doesn't really fit, but I really like the color of it, so I'm kind of keeping it. We can like look over that, you know? And then we have like the Moschino stuff pack, which we know was very controversial as far as whether it was good or not. Again, build items and buy items are pretty decent, which I used a little bit of them in here. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not hating on it. I do enjoy that. It just really fit this build that I'm doing here. So I don't know, I'm kind of liking the mixed matchiness of this, but I had kind of a general concept as far as it being like more fancy and bougie-esque looking, you know, if that makes sense. So does it fit the overall house that is upstairs? Heck no. Like, the upstairs is a completely different style. So like when you come down here, it's like, whoa, like this is definitely Lotus's lair. Like this is his spot, like this is where he's gonna be living. Nobody else, I mean, he's probably gonna have guests come over, but like, you know, like this is his spot, like separate from his family. And so I don't know, I kind of like that. It's just like a surprise. I mean, some people like renovate their basements and make them look completely different. Like it could look like this, right? Like maybe, now here's the tea, I did like cheat in money, so you know, am I bothered by it? Heck no, like it's my game, like I can do whatever the heck I want, so it's okay. But I just thought I'd let you know if anybody was wondering like where the heck did you get that money from. But we can pretend that maybe they had like some rich relative that like decided to give them money or something, who knows, or they passed away and like Lotus ended up gaining it, and he was like, oh my god, like I can renovate my basement, which didn't exist until, you know, earlier. And then the room that was originally Lotus's and Kura's room has now been transformed into this like little like study area, also including a treadmill in there. So it's kind of just like a chill room, because I was trying to make like a little like a basement, like a door that led to the basement specifically, but it wasn't working considering how the house is laid out. Not to mention, I noticed that when I put the basement in, the the terrain above has gotten like flatter and is weird, and I can't adjust it. So that was bugging me a little bit, that it manipulated the terrain, which doesn't make sense to me because it's not like this basement is like lifting to the sky, like I'm going down. So like, why is it pushing it up, you know? I don't know. I was really confused, which is why I kind of didn't show the process of me changing up that room and like including the stairs, because I was already struggling. So I was like, I'm gonna just, you know, start from like where I'm going to be starting to decorate and everything. So originally I was going to like do the whole floor plan, but the way I build, I kind of just start placing things, and then like usually I'll start building the rooms in, especially with apartments. I think it depended on this process considering I didn't already have like a generalized floor plan. I just had a box. So I'm happy with how it came out though. I wanted to definitely include like a laundry area, and then it's kind of like a pet section as well, because I included a I don't know what kind of animal I got, actually. I got some sort of small creature, but I don't remember what it was. So I guess we'll find out when I start playing. I didn't end up looking up any other little creatures. I might still look up some more like CC creatures or something like that that like have an override on the skin, because I know that I want like a small hamster thing so we can get the other postcards. But yeah, I would have completely forgotten about that unless I didn't like kind of just magically come across it while I was like looking for more pink items. So thankfully I came across that and added that in, because I wanted to definitely put that little creature, which I don't know what it is. I can't remember. So yeah, anyways. Also, I was going to try and add more stuff for Lolly in there, but then I ended up putting Lolly's stuff to the side of where Lotus's bedroom is going to be. So yeah, she doesn't really have like her own space. I mean, technically the whole basement is her own space, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, the cats technically sleep wherever the heck they want, so it doesn't really matter. But I don't know, I like the color scheme. Like, I definitely wanted to keep it obviously all sorts of pinks. Now the one thing that bothered me so much is I was gonna use pink counters, but the pink was so much more of a purplish pink that I was just like, I can't use this, because all the other pinks for the most part kind of are within the same range, but then those counters, like they're the base game kind of modern looking counters, they were like completely off, and I was just like, dang, I cannot use those because it's gonna bother me. So that's why we went with the cool kitchen counters, as I said. So the primary color scheme for this is definitely like all sorts of pinks, white, black, gray, although I kind of wish I included more plants in here, considering that something that he's going to be focusing on is gardening and everything. So I definitely might go back and include some more plants when I go back into the build. I don't know, I didn't want to overdo it either, so maybe we're just fine on plants. Maybe I don't need to worry about it as much as I think I should need to worry about it. So his bedroom, I of course wanted to stick within the theme, so I was gonna give him a new bed and stuff, but I decided to go back to the bed that he originally had in his original teen room. So he has that, and then I wanted to include like the posters of Audrey Hepburn and Marilyn Monroe, and, you know, I can't remember the last one. Is it Dita Von Teese? No, I don't think it is. Is it? Oh my god, I'm blanking so hard. I can't remember who it is. Let me know in the comments if you guys remember who the third painting is supposed to be, because I cannot remember. Is it her? I think it is. Anyways, I also thought I would mention the bathroom. So I don't typically add 2 entryways to the bathroom, but I've been in houses in the past that do have that. So I thought that this would be kind of an interesting way to go about it, because I felt like that location would be a perfect spot for the bathroom because it's a decent size and you could enter it through either way. Now, yes, this would mean that if this was in real life, you'd have to be locking both doors unless the other door is like always locked or something. So I thought that having 2 entryways would be nice, especially for the cats as well. So like you can kind of, you know, enter whichever way, so you can either walk down the stairs and use that bathroom, or you can go all the way around from the kitchen area. So I thought it was kind of like a perfect spot for a bathroom. And again, there's so many different variations of pink in there as well. I kind of was like not sure if I should be including so many variations, but again, as long as they kind of matched, I wasn't bothered. But like, for example, if you look at the computer and the tissue box, like those are not the pinks that I would have put in here, but because they're like the closest to pink that I could find, I used them. So that's the only thing I hate, is sometimes there's inconsistency as far as like pink swatches go, but I can't complain because there's a lot that do match. So yeah, I'm not too upset about it. But there's definitely a lot of things that I wanted to kind of make use of. Like there's like these kind of, I don't know if they were called plaques or what, but right where the bar section is, not bar, what is that called? The island on the side of where the bar stools are. I put these like two things on there. What would they be called? Like little wall figurine statue thingies. They're not statues. They're wall decor, but I've never used them before. I feel like I've never seen them before. I see, the thing is like, get famous items. I feel like when I was at Sims Camp, I saw so much, and then like I edited the footage, and then I forgot everything that's in it. So I feel like there was so much in that pack that I literally do not remember. So I think it's like with any pack though, is like I always discover these new things, but like they've been there since I got the pack, but I just tend to forget everything apparently. So I haven't really done this type of style as far as any really not so berry house, I don't think. I mean, I think Grey Gen was maybe the most similar to a modern style, although that was more industrial. But the decorating inside was kind of more modern-esque. I don't know how many more times I'm going to say modern-esque or modern in this video, but you know, considering it's modern, maybe I should talk about modern more. No, I'm kidding. I'm going to stop now. But I was going to say that maybe this is just the type of life that Lotus wants to live, is like a life in luxury. And maybe this is where his life is going to go. I mean, considering he got nominated for his book, I mean, he might win an award. Maybe he'll like have best-selling books. I mean, who knows? Things could move on up in the Not So Berry challenge. So on that note, I'm gonna have to go back in game, take some screenshots of these rooms because I forgot to do that for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy Lotus's lair, Lotus's bougie basement. I don't know what to call this yet, but I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Definitely was not the way I was expecting it to turn out, but I'm not complaining. So on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys in a new video very soon. Bye guys.